How y'all doing? Uh, I thought that they had a very good game plan tonight and that they really played patiently and really were patient on offense, really made us play long possessions of defense. Uh, so, that was a good win over a team with a bunch of veteran guys that are smart players that really spread the floor out. Prince had a great game tonight, 7 for 7 from the field with 5 offensive rebounds. Way too many offensive rebounds. I'm going to go upstairs and watch it right now. We gave up 12 and only got 8 ourselves, so that's a disappointment. But well, I thought we did a really good job team defense wise on Davis. Davis is a terrific player. He really forces you to be out on him away from the hoop because he's such a good 3-point shooter over his career. He was 6 for 20, 30% with 8 turnovers. So I was really pleased with those numbers. I thought that, you know, that McAdoo hurt us with his driving, and he had been more of a 3-point shooter going into today's game, but we were a little too tight on him, and he hurt us at the end of possessions. If you look at the game in terms of ball possession, who had it more, they definitely had a lot more than we did. They ran deep in the possessions a number of times tonight, and give them credit. Mike does a great job, he's an excellent coach. I thought, it was a 5-point game, and then Iverson, we ran a horns action up high where he made a couple of really good decisions coming off ball screens, getting in the paint, and he's very dangerous in there. I was really pleased with him, again, having 6 assists, only 2 turnovers, and doing a terrific job as that he was on Davis. The most of the time, though, we switched quite a bit. Questions?
Paul, get us rolling.
Coach, you mentioned Iverson and helping stretch out that 5-point lead, but in the first half, he seemed to get to the goal when he wanted to as well. Did y'all kind of see something there early in the game plan that showed Iverson could take them off the bounce?
Not particularly. It's just that's how he plays. He actually missed a 3 at the top of the key when he was really tired in the first half. We wish he would have drove that one. We're asking a lot out of him because we're putting him on their best wing, or whoever it is, the 1 or the 2, the first 3 games. He's always guarding. Not only is he running our offense, he's guarding the best player between the 1 and the 2 in every game.
And one last question from me, Coach. Much like we saw the other night, I'm sitting here watching Cam Carter and Rocket Watts still out here shooting, getting extra shots up, and I know you've mentioned that a lot. You had a team like this that puts in the extra work like this?
Yeah, I mean, really good teams, that's what they do. And, I thought Rocket, he got his first minutes tonight. He had a couple turnovers where he made great passes, but he didn't jump stop, and they took charges on both those possessions that would have been buckets that were erased. And, he's going to be fine. So I'm looking forward to him getting more minutes against Moorhead. And then Cam Carter's just a great kid. He's just such a hard worker and a good defender, and just a pleasure. You can see why he's going to be a special player to be as driven as he is. And he competes every day against everybody out there. He's a great competitor. I love that about Cam Carter.
Go ahead.
Coach Shaquille Moore, 19 points tonight, 4 or 5 from deep. Do you envision his being the starting 2 guard even when Rocket is fully healthy, work back in?
I mean, he is right now. We'll see where, how this thing unfolds. I mean, it's all about productivity at both ends of the floor.
Stephon?
Just to follow up there on Rocket, was the 8 minutes kind of the plan you had, and were you trying to get him out there in the second half, or is that what you had going in mind?
No, I just thought since he hadn't played at all in any of our scrimmages, he's only been practicing a couple weeks. With the game as tight as it was, I didn't want to throw him out there at that point. So in the second half, I put Cameron Carter in first instead of Rocket because defensively is what I was most concerned with. And I'll be honest with you, Cam Carter might be our best defensive guard of all 4 of our guards, especially on the ball. I don't think he's as good off the ball as Iverson in terms of help, but on the ball, he's as good as we've got. And we wanted to have Davis. We wanted to have Davis under control at all times because those threes can come in a hurry.
Just to follow up earlier on Shaquille, how big was it there early in the second half? I know they kind of kept it within 7 to 5 points. He scored 16 points in the second half. How much do you think he contributed to this first
He had a great game and knocked down some very important threes. He had that really nice lob pass in transition that was huge. He's playing well for us, and he's obviously a very good athlete. So I'm really happy about how he's played here these first couple games.
Chris, Bolton, go ahead.
Coach, do you feel like you guys really missed Tolu tonight? You know, Detroit Mercy, they made you guys really work for every rebound y'all got.
Well, obviously, Tolu's the leading rebounder in the league last year in the SEC, so we've been missing him for sure. But he'll be back, and we've got to do a better job blocking out, especially when you have a team that takes 22 threes. I'm not going to go stat how many of those they got back, but we've got, and part of it, to be honest with you, is just rotations. We're so stretched out because we're so worried about Davis out on the perimeter. And our bigs are way out there having to plug or hedge screens or in our ices. And then when he passes out of it, there's a long rotation to get back. And we've just got to do a better job at getting back in those rotations. But, give Detroit credit. I mean, Detroit's very well coached. They got older guys that know how to play. This was a good game for us because it wasn't a blowout, and we had to win a game that we had to fight for, and that was important for us as we're moving forward here. So I'm really pleased with how this whole thing went. We had to fight, we had to battle, we ended up prevailing, and it was a 5-point game with 10 minutes to go, and we did some good things to get up ahead by 15 there late in the game.
Andy, go ahead and jump on in there.
Hey, Ben, what do you think allowed you guys to kind of pull away in that second half? Was it? I think Cam kind of said the transition game was pretty big there. Would you agree?
Yeah, we got stops, but we shot 60% in the second half. 60% from the field and 44% from three. So we took good shots and made them. And you look at them; they shot in the second half 43%. And the thing that really helped them is that they were getting fouled a little bit and made, again, they shot a high percentage from three for the game, 40%. So, give them credit. Again, they had some guys knock down some tough shots, number 5 and number 4. There was 4 threes of their 9 between those two. And I thought Prince played really well. I mean, I think Prince really had an excellent game for them tonight around the glass. 7 for 7 with 5 offensive rebounds. Not a lot to complain about.
Tanner, to wrap it up.
Coach, you guys gave up only 2 fast break points tonight. It's kind of been a theme these last couple games. How often in practice are you guys working on just kind of transition defense?
Transition defense is everything for us. It's every day. And I'm really proud of how our guards are doing that because we have 2 guys committed to always being back on the shot, 3 guys committed to offensive rebounding. And then they've got to get back. But, 16-2 in that category is a great number. I'm really excited about that.